Hi all. Today we have Rahil again for the last session on racket customization. So Rahil should be here any moment. So I hope you guys are staying safe and you guys are. Hi Raghav. Hi here. Okay, Mukund. I understand. I know. I'm sure you're here with a lot of questions. Right. We're just waiting for Rahil to be here. He's our man of the hour, our technical guy for Indian tennis. Yes, there's the man. Rahil is here. Hi, Rahil.
Hey, hi Kiran, how are you?
Welcome back. Good, doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
All good? Staying safe
Yes,
indoors?
yes, all good.
Right.
Staying safe, there's no other option.
Absolutely. Everybody is waiting for this moment, I guess. Mukund is already there for quite some time, waiting to
Hi
hear from
Mukund,
you.
how are you?
We have quite a lot of friends who are here. So, shall we start?
Yeah, absolutely, we should. We have only
I
an
don't think
hour.
you need an introduction again. You guys can get in touch with Rahil on Rahil Makaria on Instagram, Facebook, and his number also. Maybe I can text you. He can be there. Right, Rahil? So let's
Absolutely.
start. Our today's topic is customization of rackets, which is something very unique and very new to India. I mean, it was there for quite some time, but it is pretty new to India, and most of them
Right.
don't know about it. So, can you
Right.
just take us
Right.
through? Right.
Right. So, racket customization, racket balancing, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Racket customization and racket balancing is not an old concept. I mean, it's not a new concept. It's a pretty old concept. It's widely used in the US and in Europe. It's something that pro players especially definitely get done to their rackets as soon as they buy rackets. So let me explain to you why rackets are first balanced and secondly why rackets are then customized. Okay, so what basically is racket balancing and where did this come about? Now, when a professional when a professional player buys rackets, he generally buys more than one rackets of the same type. He generally buys 2, 3, or 4 rackets minimum. This is the general status. So let's say if you're buying a Prince, let's say if you're buying a Prince or you're buying a Babolat or you're buying a Head or any brand that you're buying, okay, you're buying the same racket. You're buying a 300-gram racket with a 16-19 stringing pattern with a balance of 32 centimeters with a swing weight of let's say 305 grams. Okay. Generally, the swing weights are not written on all rackets. Very few companies print swing weights. For example, Prince does print the swing weight of the racket, so you know whether the racket is head heavy or head light. Also, Wilson does print the swing weight. Babolat and Head generally don't print swing weights. Yonex does not print swing weight. Technifiber does not print swing weight. What happens is when you're buying a racket, the three most important factors when you're buying a racket need to be taken into consideration. One is the weight, that is just the actual weight of the racket. So if you take the racket and you put it on a weighing scale, you will get the actual weight of the racket. The second weight, which is very important, which is even more important than just the actual weight which is printed on the racket, which is let's say 300 grams, is the swing weight. Now swing weight is basically the weight with which you're actually hitting the ball. So the swing weight, even though the racket could be weighed at 300 grams, the swing weight of the racket could be 285 grams, 290 grams, 295 grams, 300 grams, 305 grams, 310 grams, 320 grams. It could be whatever. The swing weight of the racket, depending upon where the weight of the racket is, where the weight on the racket is. If the racket is more head heavy, the swing weight automatically becomes higher. If the racket is well balanced, you'll have a swing weight which is around 300 or 295. If the racket is butt heavy, the racket is going to be lighter in terms of swing weight, so it's going to be like a 285, 290 in terms of swing weight. So this is what is actually the weight you're hitting the ball with, and this is what's more important than any other weight than just the actual weight of the racket. And the third thing is the balance. The balance is whether you know whether the racket is well balanced, head heavy or butt heavy. All right. So these are the three things. Now, when you buy multiple rackets of the same type from a store, be it any brand, okay. If you take them home and you weigh them, if you check out the weight, the swing weight and the balance, if you check all of that, okay, you will see that the rackets generally have a difference of anywhere between 2 to 20 grams. That's the general differences that two rackets have between them. Now, you will say a 2 gram difference is not much. It is not much.
All these are
These are all commercial rackets.
Right.
These are all commercial rackets. These are not.
Which you mentioned
Yes.
yesterday, just for everyone to understand. You already mentioned about the pro rackets, which come from the company, which all top 200 use, and the commercial rackets, which come from the company in China. So
Absolutely. So there are two types of rackets. There's a pro stock rackets. These are customized rackets. These will be balanced as per the player's choice and requirements. So you don't need to do anything with them. I'm talking about commercial rackets. Rackets that you, me, players, coaches, 99% of the world has access to. Only 1% of the world only has access to pro rackets. So I'm talking about the 99%, the category that we all fall in, which is more essential for us to take care of. So when we're talking about rackets, these commercial rackets, these are made in China, Japan, Thailand, Vietnam, wherever they're made, in any of these Asian factories, and these are mass produced. So Babolat, let's say, would give the specifications of a racket, all right, to tell them to make a pure drive at 300 grams, and they would make millions and millions of these pure drives at 300 grams. Okay, but now because these rackets are mass produced, all right, they do follow obviously a quality control that Babolat tells them to do, or any other company would tell them to do. But the racket, when it is actually produced, there's a lot of handwork that goes into rackets. It's not like you put a graphite sheet into a machine and from the other end of the machine pops out a racket. That's not how rackets are made. When you're actually manufacturing a racket, there's a lot of handiwork that's done. You need to use your hands a lot to make a racket. You need to paint the rackets. You need to put the decals on the racket. You need to put the graphite on the racket. All that is done by hand. It's not just done by a machine. And because there's so much handwork involved in manufacturing a racket, all right, the rackets are not precise. They have a weight difference of anywhere between 2 to 20 grams. So if you have 3 rackets, or if you have 2 rackets, or if you have 4 rackets, you will go home and you will see that 99.9% of the times your similar rackets which have the same specs will not actually have the same weight. They will not have the same balance. They will not have the same swing weight. Okay.
Right.
So what generally happens when you have a difference in swing weight and you have a difference in balance, all right, is the racket, all right, each racket will play slightly different from another.
Correct.
There are a lot of players, there are a lot of coaches, there are a lot of people who generally have a best racket out of the 3 or 4 rackets that they have. They generally find one racket playing the best compared to other rackets. It does happen to a lot of people. I'm not saying it happens to everyone. It does happen to a few people. So these few people who do face that issue of saying that, okay, you know what, I do have a best racket, it's because the weight, the swing weight and the balance of that particular racket suits you the best. Right? Now, what is balancing basically? So what the Europeans and what the Americans generally do, they take these rackets, they buy, let's say they buy 3, 4, 2, 3, whatever rackets they buy, okay? They already know what specs they want their rackets to be, all right? Or we'll talk about that later. They take these 3 or 4 rackets, whatever they've bought, they take it to a customizer, they take it to a person who is experienced in balancing rackets, and they make sure that person makes sure that all their rackets, the weights, the swing weights and the balances of all the rackets are matched. So then there's no difference in the way each racket plays. Now there are a lot of benefits to doing that. One is you get consistency in the way your equipment plays. 2, a very big factor, especially for players who are under the age of 12, 14 and 16, is that you don't play with different weights every day, even though you think you're playing with the same weight. So it prevents injuries, all right, for players who don't have the necessary arm strength to manage different weights of rackets every day. Now, professional players at the ATP Tour, they're so precise that they want their games to be so precise, because for them everything is based on, you know, their equipment and their product and the way they feel and the way they hit the ball, that they always get their rackets balanced. They make sure that all their rackets feel exactly the same, and there's absolutely no adjustments that they need to make to their game to make them to adjust to the racket. You know, the racket is just as per their requirement. You know, so balancing a racket is extremely important for you to make sure that all your rackets feel exactly the same way. There should be no difference between your rackets, because that's what's going to happen. Let's say you're playing a crucial match, you're playing 3-all, third set, second set, you know, whatever, strings break, you take another racket. You don't want to take 5 points, 6 points to get used to that racket, right? You want the racket to feel the same as the racket that you just broke the strings off. Right? So that's why it's extremely important for tournament level players, for professional players, to make sure that all their rackets are the same balance and the same weight and the same swing weight, right? The second aspect that we want to talk about today is racket customizing. Now, racket customizing is where you know exactly how you want your racket to be. You want your racket to be a different weight, you want your racket to be a different swing weight. So let's talk about brands. Now today brands, okay, they are manufacturing rackets in a 260 gram, a 265 gram maybe, a 270 gram, a 280 gram, a 290 gram. So let's take for example a Babolat Pure Drive. Okay, a Babolat Pure Drive is made in maybe 4 weight categories. It's made in a 255 gram, it's made in a 270 gram, it's made in a 285 gram, it's made in a 300 gram, it's made in a 315 gram. These are the 5 weights that Babolat generally manufactures its Babolat Pure Drive in. Now, let's say if there's a player who's optimally playing at a swing weight of 304 grams with a balance of 32.3 centimeters and just the dead weight of the racket being at, let's say, 308 grams. Now, Babolat is not going to make this for you commercially. Either you go to Babolat, you tell them to make pro stock rackets for you, and you tell them you pay $400 a racket, or what you do is you go to a customizer, and the customizer makes sure that he changes the weights, he changes the balances of your racket in such a way that you get the weight, the swing weight, and the balance of your choice. Once one racket is balanced as per your choice, all right. Hi Aditya, thank you for joining us. Once one racket is made as per the choice of that player, then the remaining rackets are then further balanced and matched to that particular racket's weight. So that is balancing and customizing. Now, customizing can also mean, let's say there's a player who does not know the weight of the racket that he wants it to be. He just says that, look, I want more power on my existing racket. Okay, he says that I want my racket to generate a little bit more power. I want my racket to maybe vibrate a little bit less. I want my racket to give me better power on the serve. Maybe I want my racket to generate a little bit more spin. A customizer can do that for you. He can make your racket give you more power. He can make your racket give you a little bit more spin. He can, let's say, reduce the weight, the head weight on the racket, and make your racket feel more balanced. He can make your racket reduce vibration. You know, these are the things that a customizer can do for you, and at the same time make sure that all your rackets feel exactly the same, right?
This is something I think most of the tournament players, even in India, should make use of this. This facility is very important.
Absolutely. So if you talk about our Indian top players like Prajnesh, if you talk about Jeevan, if you talk about Purav Raja, if you talk about Somdev, if you talk about Saket, if you talk about Mukund, if you talk about all these players balance their rackets. All these players are playing with customized weights on their rackets. Like for example, Purav, all right, a big promoter of racket customizing. All right, he plays with a Babolat. He was playing with a Babolat Pure Aero. All right, which had a swing weight of 327 grams. Now today, if you go to Babla, you can never get a racket which is of 327 grams. What this basically means is that he is customizing the racket's weight to the weight of his choice, where he can generate the best amount of power, best amount of feel, best amount of control as per his choice. I don't know if you guys saw the Australian Open very carefully, all right, but if you saw the close-up shots of Novak Djokovic hitting the ball, you would see lead tape on the edges of his racket.
Yeah.
That's because Novak has customized his rackets to a specific weight that he wants to the racket to be. So all the players in the world, they generally customize their rackets. Racket customizing is extremely important for you because, especially for players who are growing, I mean, a 12-year-old, all right, is getting stronger every 3 months, right? A 14-year-old is getting stronger every 3 months. So let's say a 14-year-old or a 12-year-old has bought a racket which is 280 grams or 270 grams. In 3 or 4 months, the player is a little bit stronger today, okay? But he's just bought 3 rackets. Now it's very, very expensive for the player to again go and buy another 3 rackets because he's become stronger and now he needs to play with a 280 gram racket instead of a 270 gram racket. That's where customization comes in. That's where Restrung India comes in. And that's where we say that, look, you give us your rackets, we will bake it to the weight that you want it to be. You want your Babolat racket to become you want that 270 gram racket to become a 280 gram racket, we can do that for you, all right? And you don't need to invest in buying 3 new rackets and pay another 30,000-40,000 rupees, all right? Now that 280 gram racket can be further customized into a 285 or a 290 gram racket. So customizing not only increases the longevity of your game, all right, but it also increases the longevity of your racket. So if you needed to change your rackets within 6 months because you've outgrown the weight of the racket or you've just become too strong for the weight of that racket, you don't need to buy new rackets. That same racket can be customized and made into the correct weight for you at that time.
Correct.
Right?
I mean,
obviously this entire customizing and balancing should be done in consultation with your tennis coach, because your tennis coach is watching you. He's the one who knows exactly what you require. Hi Jitin, thank you for joining us. He's the one who knows exactly what you require. He's the one. Hi Mid-City Enterprises, thank you for joining us all the way from Chennai. He's the one who knows what amount of spin you want to add on the ball, how much more power you need, how much more weight needs to be added for that power, you know. So for that, you should consult your coach, and the coach and you should then tell the customizer what is required. Now, in terms of customizing, I think our company, that's by the name of Restrung India, all right? We started this company in January of 2020. All right, it's been doing really well. We've got some overwhelming response. We were lucky to customize, well, not customize. We actually balanced Benoit Paire's racket during the Maharashtra Open, the Maharashtra Pune Open at Pune, and that was a fantastic experience. And he was just getting on to his match to play against Arjun Khade and Rohan Bopanna. And luckily, you know, we got his rackets customized just before the match, just in time, and he could go out there and he could play his match comfortably. And he was really impressed with the results that we were able to give him. So players at the top level, they definitely get their rackets customized. Players at a professional level in Europe and in America definitely get their rackets customized. It's time for players in Asia, in India, to start customizing rackets to make sure that they get the best out of their products. Again, I'm reiterating, or we are reiterating the fact that, you know, if you're a professional player, you need the best. You need to get the best out of your equipment. You need to get the best out of your body. You need to get the best out of your coach. You need to get the best out of everything that you do. And getting the best out of your equipment is something that can be controlled today, where we know that we can make that possible for that to happen. All right, so please understand this concept really well. All right, it's going to enhance your game. It's going to enhance your consistency. Today, you want to walk on court knowing that you have done everything in your hands to control your outcome. Obviously, nobody can control a win and a loss. All right, but you have done everything in your hand to make sure that you are best prepared to go out there to win. All right. 1% here and there can make the difference in today's game. And we want to make sure that we don't leave even that 1% to chance, right?
Exactly.
At the end of the day, then it comes down to your game. It comes down to how the opponent plays. There's a lot of tennis is an outdoor sport. There's a lot of variables, right? There's the wind, there's the surface, there's ball changing, there's umpires cheating, there's players cheating, there's balls rolling on court from another court. You know, there's so many variables that it's a very difficult sport to control the outcome, no matter how well prepared you are. But if we can control everything that we can control to our maximum potential, we should definitely do that. And if we can control the quality of the equipment and if we can control how the equipment feels, we should definitely do that.
Well said, my friend. Really, we need this. We need this. Yeah, just like, you know, how it used to be before. You know, I think we have a couple of questions which already people have texted me. One of
Yes,
them
please.
is they're actually happy that, you know, in these adolescent years with the kids, usually they have, I mean, these kids grow, you know, stronger and all that stuff. They have a solution now for, you know, the racket. They have a solution now for the rackets to, you know, to increase the weight of the racket and all that stuff. I think that's something
Right.
people are looking at because now there's a brother who's playing, okay, of a player who used to play before. He said that he's watching right now.
You know, and that's just a psychological.
We had to change.
Anything.
I mean, initially we didn't have weight, so he wasn't getting
Right.
a head racket, and we just had to add lead tape to the racket. That's all we could do. You know, add it down
Right.
and up, roughly, because we didn't
Right.
have swing weights
Right.
then, right? So
Right,
we
right,
wanted to know a
right.
little bit of that. Was that correct? I mean, is this something almost same as that?
No, so you need the proper machinery to be able to
Right.
test
Yeah, yeah.
whether your racket is the correct weight and the right swing weight. So
Right.
we've been lucky to get our hands on a very good machine which lets us know the racket weight, the swing weight, and the balance.
Right.
This process should be done professionally because otherwise, again, you're leaving things up to chance, which
Right.
we're anyways trying to eliminate. We're trying to eliminate chance. That's
Right.
exactly why we're promoting this concept. Now, for us to eliminate chance, you need this machine, all right, which allows you to disclose the racket's swing weight, the actual weight, and the balance. Now,
Right.
once you have this machine which gives you that, so you will know the differences of the weights and everything between multiple rackets or between your two rackets, and then you use products like high quality lead, high quality silicone. You use sandpaper to sand down rackets if you want to reduce weight,
Right.
and you make sure that you balance the rackets well. There's something that we have managed to introduce in India, which is very, very interesting, which is very important and very relevant to players in India. The Indian market is not always accessible, all right, to all the rackets that are required. So let's say I know that there are a lot of companies in the country that do not bring a grip size 4/1/4 or a grip size 4/1/8 or a grip size 4/1 or a grip size 4/1/2, a thicker grip size.
Right.
We can now even make sure that your existing racket, let's say if your existing racket's grip size is 4/3/8, we can make your racket thinner, we can make the grip thinner,
Right.
all right, to fit into smaller palms. So let's say if there's a under 10 boy who wants a 270-gram racket, but unfortunately that 270-gram racket is only available in 4/3/8, his palm is just too small to hold that racket. So we can reduce the grip size for you immediately and give it back to you. That's one. And let's say that
Amazing.
boy becomes bigger, his hand becomes bigger and he wants a thicker grip. We can also re-increase the size of that grip.
Right.
And let's say somebody wants a thicker grip anyways, you know, with a 300-gram racket, but it's not available in India. All right,
Right.
these generally rackets are available in the US or in Europe because they have a bigger demand for these kind of weights and thicknesses. So
Right.
we can even, you know, increase the thickness of the grip of the racket to make sure that it fits your palm absolutely perfectly. So now with customizing, we can literally do anything. We can change the paint on the racket. We can put your name on the racket. We can this is more aesthetic. That's not important.
And the paint
Please
job
understand.
which you wanted to speak about.
Yeah, I mean, we can make your racket bright pink, we can make it orange, we can make it yellow. But see, those are all aesthetic things. Those are not things that are important. That's just for fun. All right. I wouldn't recommend this to players unnecessarily. I wouldn't want you guys to waste your money on just changing the paint jobs of your racket. All right. But I would definitely recommend balancing and customizing. It's literally what's going to be the future for Indian tennis, because every player is going to need to balance. Every player is going to need to customize their rackets. As you get stronger, as you get better, as your serves improves, as your skill level improves, you're going to want to make changes to the weight and to the swing weights of your racket to keep getting better and better and better.
Right. We have questions now, quite a lot of questions.
Yes.
One thing, we'll go to
Yes,
Mukund's
let's start
questions a
answering
little
questions.
later. First is, Mr. Funny is from Singapore. He's closely connected with us. Hi, Funny Garu. He says how to know what the right racket weight and swing weight for an individual, for a player.
Right.
How do you know that? What suits me?
So, I mean, that's a very, very difficult question to answer. You're going to have to try out rackets. I mean,
exactly.
Companies give a lot of demo rackets. All right. If you're a player who likes to, we can talk. I can tell you which racket you want with respect to spin, with respect to power, with respect to control. I mean, which racket you should use for that. All right, but it's very difficult for me to say which weight you should use unless and until I don't see you play or I don't see your physical structure. And generally, adults need to use a weight. Adults between an age group of 25 to 40 need to use a weight, a racket which has a weight of anywhere between 290 to 310 grams.
Right.
All right. An adult who's above the age of 40 till the age of 50 would be generally using 280 to 305 grams. All right, and a player who's above the age of 50, 60 would be generally using anywhere between a 255 to a 285 grams. But this is again a ballpark figure. You have really, really strong individuals at the age of 60 who also use a 320 gram racket. So it really depends on that. With respect to junior kids, with respect to smaller players, under 10 players generally use junior size rackets. They use a 25 or a 26 inch rackets. A 25 or a 26 inch racket generally comes in a weight of 240 grams. After that, the next progression for a player who's 11 or 12 years old would be a 260 or a 265, maximum 270 gram racket. A player who's 13 and 14 would progress to a 275, 285 gram racket, and a player who's 15, 16 would eventually play with a 300, 305, 310, then it keeps going up and down.
Right.
But let's say if you have a 12-year-old who's really, really strong, who's really, really tall, he's not going to play with a 260 gram racket. He would need a 280 or 285 gram racket. So it comes down to your body structure. It comes down to how you swing with the ball. If you're a beginner, obviously you generally tend to use a lighter racket. If you're a professional, you tend to use a more heavier racket because your skill level is higher. So there's no set pattern. I'm giving you a broad idea of how things can be, but there's no real set pattern.
Yeah. And just to add on, I think it again depends on the head weight, on the grip weight,
the stiffness, the stiffness of the racket, the flexibility of the racket, the head size of the racket. Sometimes by just changing the string of the racket on the same racket, if you just change to a better string, sometimes you might feel better. So I mean, there's so many things. There's a lot of trial and error that happens with rackets.
You have to try. You have to try, keep trying. The best thing, what happens, you get. Please make a note of it, and then you can, from then you can customize on the same
absolutely
numbers, right? And we have another question.
Absolutely.
How much does a normal customization of the racket cost? General customization.
So, a general customization would cost you 2,000 rupees per racket. So, let's say you customize one racket. You customize it to a particular weight, swing weight, etc. for your particular requirement. it will cost you 2,000 rupees for that racket, and then for the remaining rackets that you want to get balanced to that racket that you've just customized, it will cost you an additional 2,000 rupees per racket that you customize and balance. It might seem a little steep, all right, but you have to understand that these are changes that are going to last you almost the entire life of your racket. So if you're buying a racket for 14,000 rupees, all right, but your racket is not feeling great, and if you spend an additional 2,000 rupees and if your racket starts feeling the way you want it to feel, I think it's a very, very good bargain.
Sorry, man. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Not beer.
I hope it was beer.
Just tea. And yeah, so I think that question is answered. And does this some feel? I mean, it again depends, right? There's no change in the feel or change in the with customizing. You don't have change in the feel.
No,
or
of course.
change
I
in
mean,
power.
we're changing the feel, we're changing the power. We're trying to customize the racket as per what the player wants. If the player wants to increase the power, all right, we're changing the power. We're changing the power generation capacity on the racket. If the player wants to generate more spin, less spin, wants to hit the ball flatter, he wants to have more control. We're doing all of those things for you on that racket. So we're changing the property of the racket.
Right.
I mean, we're not changing the racket. We're just changing the way the racket feels. Obviously, the racket changes in the way it feels. It's going to feel better, obviously.
Correct. Obviously. Correct. I think Ratan, your questions are answered. Yeah, and Mukund has got few questions. You know, he's texting me.
Yes.
I think he's working out right now. He'll join us in a while.
Yes.
Mukund asked why customization came to India so late, though it was pretty much available. I mean, is that because of the unawareness?
I think there are multiple factors. I would say one is obviously unawareness. People didn't know about customizing. Two is India is yet a price sensitive market. I mean, people once they buy a racket, they don't want to spend further on the racket, right? They're happy with the racket that they have. I mean, that's why in India, more importantly, durable strings work the best, durable shoes work the best, durable rackets work the best. Durability is always the center point with Indians, right? Because and power and feel and quality comes maybe second. You know, I'm saying the perception is changing. Okay. Today I have a lot more. Indian tennis players asking me for thinner gauge strings that give you more power and feel. I have a lot more Indian tennis players looking for a higher quality shoes, even though earlier they were using lower quality shoes. They don't mind spending the additional 3,000-4,000 rupees. So people are thinking about quality. People are thinking about how it feels. People are thinking about the long term benefits of playing with good quality products. So this has started happening now over the last couple of years. So because the change has started, so that's why customization has come in now. We feel that the country is ready to accept a service which allows you to enhance the quality of your game. All right.
Just like
coaches today. Yeah. Coaches today believe in the fact. Coaches, I think, in the 80s and the 90s, the players who were born in the 80s and the 90s, all right, are the coaches of today. Right. Are the young coaches of today. They are more well-traveled, according to me, compared to the coaches who were born in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Just because of the accessibility to travel. It was a lot harder to travel. It was a lot harder to get foreign currency. It was a lot more expensive. Today, Indians have been able to afford a lot more than what they can afford. So because of that, because of the younger coaches coming in today, them being well-traveled, them being played, practice maybe in Europe, practice maybe in America, spoken to a lot more international people. So they know, okay, this is important, that is important, and they accept the fact that customizing is important. Rohan Gajjar, for example, all right, we took the customization program to his center in Bombay at Khar Gymkhana. He's training about 50 tournament level players, all right, on a regular basis. He's got a very, very good center, very good solid professional program running, and more than 50% of his players wanted to get their rackets customized because the coach, that was Rohan Gajjar, was someone who always customized his rackets as a kid. and he knew the importance of customizing his racket, so he could talk about the program. So
Right.
what has happened is that the awareness has increased. People are going more and more for quality, and that started happening now over the last few years. All right, so that's why customizing has come in a little bit later. All right. Also, the knowledge of how to customize rackets and how to not screw up someone's racket while customizing someone's racket, that has also taken us time to learn. Like, we actually went to Germany, we got work done, we understood how it's getting done, we took a course, and we trained our people to explain to them how things are being done with respect to racket customizing. And now, you know, we could call ourselves professionals in terms of racket customizing and balancing. So
Right.
all these things take time, and I think later is better than never. You know, I mean, even though we got it late,
Yeah.
but we're here, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, you know, I think you buy racket only once. You know, just
Hi Amit,
customizing
thank
it
you for joining us.
and customizing it and getting all these things done is much cheaper than buying another couple of rackets. So
Oh,
that should make
absolutely,
more sense.
absolutely.
It should make more sense
Absolutely.
to keep it here. Right.
Absolutely.
So we have our
Absolutely.
man already here with questions. How many rackets buffer one should have? Because you buy 4, only 2 or 3 are same, and you can't balance it. So to have 4, you should buy 6, although 2 might be unusable. True or false?
No, I mean, I think that we can balance. So Rutuja Bhosle, she has 4 Yonex rackets, and before heading to the Fed Cup, she came to us and she got her rackets balanced. And we were able to balance all 4 rackets. There
Right.
would be a one-off case, you know, where the racket weight is so off, you know, that we're not able to balance it at all. But that happens in a very, very rare case. So if you have 2 rackets, 3 rackets, 4 rackets, we can balance all of them and match it to almost the same weight. All right, but you don't really need to have any buffer. You will know if you can't balance a racket, you can just go and buy another racket. It's as simple as that. You don't actually need to preempt the fact that, okay, what if my rackets are not able to be balanced, so should I buy more rackets? If your rackets can't get balanced, and we'll tell you it can't get balanced, and then you can then go buy rackets. So you really don't need to have buffer. You don't need to spend money beforehand for that.
Right. I think Mukund has
Yeah,
answered
yeah.
one of your questions.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, and just to add on,
I'm always so nervous answering Mukund's questions because he's such a good player. He's a professional player. Like, I just hope I'm always giving the right answer.
yeah, he is always he is always game for questions. You know, if you are with him, you have to be game for questions. Questions which are like, you know, it's difficult. It really, how should I tell you? It really, tests your knowledge.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
true. Yeah, true. Correct, Mukund. True. It's true about you. Right. Yeah, and
Right.
of course you customized Saket's racket as well in the same tournament.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Saket had been playing with the Babala racket
Right.
since 2012. He hasn't changed his rackets. Now, this is completely against
Yeah,
what
he
we've
plays
been
with
talking about the last
old
3 days.
black one, right?
He plays with the old black pure drive.
Yeah, good drive.
Um,
Again, Mukund has a question, because what if 4 can be balanced? Then it's a waste. Super
it's a
answer.
waste.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Saket.
glad I could answer your question successfully. So yeah, coming back to Saket. So he's yet using Babala racket since 2012 or 2014. I forget the year. It's the black Babala Pure Drive. It's something completely against that. You know, you and me have been talking about and explaining that, you know, you should change your rackets after every 40 or 50 stringings. But Saket's racket would be maybe 150 stringings old each
Right.
racket.
Right. Which most of them don't know.
Yeah, but Saket is like supremely talented, right? That guy can wake up at 3 in the morning without warm-ups, without having hit a ball for a month, and he can yet serve a bomb at 220 kilometers an hour.
Absolutely,
You know, it really doesn't matter.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable
So, so I mean, coming back to what we did for him. So we were at the Maharashtra Open in Pune again, and Saket got me his rackets, and he had 4 of his rackets. And he's like, bro, I love these rackets. I can't get used to any other racket. But, you know, out of these 4 rackets, I like this racket the best. And I want these other 3 rackets to feel exactly the same way like that 4th one. and luckily we were able to do that for him, and we managed to make sure that all 4 of his rackets were same supremely lazy as well. Okay, we're not going to talk about that on this forum, but yeah, so all his rackets were balanced. He was extremely happy, and I think all his rackets were feeling great, and he was kind enough to even make a video for us, and he posted a nice video for us as well.
Right. So usually,
Yeah.
when we're talking about the customization of rackets and all the points and all the stuff, you've customized one of the best in the world and one of the best in India. Like
Yeah.
Saket and Benoit pair. So just take us through that. People can understand much easier.
Yeah. So I mean, basically,
Balance he
Benoit pairs.
wanted. Yeah.
So I don't remember the exact numbers because it's a little technical. All right, but Benoit pairs Benoit pair was using the Babala Pure Aero. He had the customized rackets from Babala. His rackets were already heavier than the regular rackets that you get. They already had lead and they already had silicon in the respective places. But out of the 4 rackets that he had given me, he must be having 12 rackets or 15 rackets, I don't know. But out of the 4 rackets that he had given me, he said that he felt that 2 of the rackets felt better than the other 2 rackets. And when we actually looked at it on our machine, we saw that there was, I think, a weight difference of about 8 grams between the 2 rackets that he liked and the 2 rackets that he found not as good as those 2 rackets. And when we changed the weights of the rackets that he didn't like, and we matched it to the weights of the rackets that he did like, he found that the rackets did feel almost the same to the rackets that he did like, and he was quite impressed by the work that we were able to put in. And he did say that he would be taking up the matter with Babala as well. I don't know eventually that he did, but at least we were able to let him have his tournament without any stress. So at least we were able to do that. With respect to Saket, the reason why he liked one of his rackets more than the other 3 rackets is there were multiple reasons. The balance was off in one of the rackets, so we had to match the balance. The swing weight was off in the other racket by I think 12 pounds. So that's huge. All right, so we had to bring the swing weight up of that racket, and I think the other racket also had a balance issue. So 2 rackets had a balance issue and 1 racket had a swing weight issue, which we added lead tape in the right places. We concealed the lead tape. Our lead tape process of attaching the lead tape onto the racket is very professional. We're able to conceal the lead tape so it doesn't look like your racket has lead tape on it. Also, if it rains and this and that, your lead tape is not going to come off because of sweat, rain, water, and keeping your racket unwell. So we were able to do that successfully, and luckily both of them were happy with the result that we were able to give them.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Getting them satisfied, getting any tennis player satisfied with those things is really a pain in the wrong place. Trust me.
No, I mean, we enjoy the process, so it's not really a pain, but it's important that these guys, have the right equipment.
Yeah, because those minor things matter to any tennis player a lot.
Absolutely.
Especially weight of the racket. Just like we've heard about from Rahul Dravid's wife saying, even if there's a 1 gram, there's a weight difference between in his bat, he could directly figure it out. So we're talking about tennis.
Absolutely.
And we have another question. We have another question.
How important is customizing?
No. We have as per court surface. No. Before that, there's Mukund. We need to get grip size customization. Only grip size 3 available in most brands.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I just spoke about. So with respect to grip sizes, we are able to today reduce the size of your existing grip and increase the size of your grip, because in India, unfortunately, the brands don't bring in all the grip sizes because of the demand being a little bit muted for other grip sizes other than grip 3. But there is a vast majority of players who want thinner grip size or who want thicker grip sizes, and they're not able to get it, and they just have to make do by adjusting their over grip or adjusting their base grip. But that's not the right way to do it. We today can reduce the thickness of your grip. We can increase the thickness of your grip. We can make the grip fit in your palm. So when you grip a racket, the right way to check whether the grip is correct, all right, when you grip a racket, all right, you grip the racket at where you're holding the racket, and there should be a 1 finger space between your thumb and your fingers, all right, when your arm is wrapped around the grip. There should be exactly a one finger space. So if you're gripping the racket like this, there should be a one finger space that comes between the racket and the grip.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
between the fingers, not between
Right.
the racket and the grip, but between the fingers, there should be a one finger space. And if it's a one finger space, that means that grip size is correct for you. That's just a simple way of checking it. But obviously, people can have their own preferences, even though this standard checking method might not suit them. But this is just
Yeah.
a standard checking method.
You are not. What did I tell you? You're not Richard Gasquet.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at that guy.
Absolutely. Richard Gasquet. is something.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Ratan has a question. He says customization as per court surface.
Oh,
As well?
no. You can't customize your racket as per court surface. What you can do is what we spoke about yesterday. Maybe change the stringing tension. Obviously, change your shoes depending on whether you're playing on hard court or clay court or the grass courts. Changing the racket tension depending upon the surface matters, because you want lower tensions for clay court. You want higher tensions for faster hard. We've already spoken about that in detail yesterday.
Right.
Hi, Niksheep. How are you? Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Niksheep is here. He's been busy doing quite a lot of things online.
That's good.
Yeah, and just to again, usually with all these rackets, the grip,
Yeah.
you have the silicone and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
any customization is going to cost 2,000 rupees. Whatever customization.
Yeah, any kind of customization, as long as it's not a paint job. If it's a
Right.
grip size changing job, if it's increasing the weight, reducing the swing weight, if it's increasing the balance, if it's reducing
Right.
the balance, if it's making the racket reduce the vibration, increasing the power, increasing the spin, all of that costs flat 2,000 rupees. But if it's changing the paint of
Yeah.
the racket and putting your name on the racket, and all of that costs more. That would be anywhere of upwards of 4,500 rupees. I'm saying upwards because it depends on the kind of work you want done, the kind of paint you want done. If you want like three different paints on your racket, obviously it's going to cost more. If you just want a simple blacked out racket, it's going to cost a little bit less. So it really depends on what kind of customization work you want when it comes to paint jobs. But
Right.
like I said, paint jobs is more for aesthetics. It's more for amateurs. It's more for fun.
Yeah,
That's not
right.
important for our players today. It's not something which I would recommend them to, waste their money and spend their money. I would, but definitely tell them to use their money in the right place and definitely get their rackets balanced and customized.
Right. We have another question.
Right.
Can we increase the power of
Yeah.
the racket with the same swing weight?
Increasing the power of the racket by keeping the swing weight the same is not going to be possible with just the changing of the racket. Now you can increase the power of the racket by obviously reducing the tension on your strings. You can increase the power on your racket by maybe using a natural gut versus a polyester gut. Those things you can do. But if you're just talking about the racket itself, you will need to increase the swing weight on the racket to generate more power.
I think Raghav has answered your question. That was Raghav. And there's one more
Hi
question.
Sudhanta, thank you for joining us all the way from Guwahati.
Yeah. And we have another question from if you put lead weight.
Yeah.
Hang
Yeah.
on. Where's the question? Sorry. Yeah. If you put lead weight at the two sides of the racket, does it increase the sweet spot?
If you put lead at the two sides, does it increase the sweet spot? No. That's got nothing to do with the sweets. If you put lead on the two sides of the racket, it will help you generate a little bit more spin with the forehand and backhand, definitely. It will help reduce the vibration on the racket, definitely. But it's not going to increase the sweet spot of your racket. Absolutely not.
Right. And one more question: Who's going to do all this customization? Who does these kind of customization? Where can these
So our
guys go
company-
and get the customization?
Our company in Bombay by the name of Restrung India, all right, we've started a company over here in Bombay that we allow, where we get all the rackets customized, balanced, changed, etc., etc. We started, like I said, in the month of January of 2020, and I know it's a little bit of a pain because if you're sitting in Hyderabad, if you're sitting in Delhi, if you're sitting in Bangalore, Chennai, Assam, you will need to send a racket to us. But if you send the racket to us, we're able to work on your racket the same day and send it back the same day. The cost of sending the racket to us, that courier charge is borne by you, but the cost of sending the racket back to you, that courier cost is borne by us.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's something that we would take care for you.
Then we have another question. You customize the grip from the scratch according to the player's comfort, or just some small changes?
No, I mean if you know what grip size you want and you already are using a different grip, all right, we can make it as per the grip that you want. Like we don't recreate a grip from scratch. All right. Let's say if you're using a grip size which is 4.3/8, but if you want to use a 4.1/2, we can make it into a 4.1/2. All right. There's no recreating a grip from scratch. We're changing your existing grip to the grip that you want the grip size to be. If you already have a grip size of the racket that you are comfortable with, then you anyways wouldn't change it.
Obviously. And
Right.
just to add on your thing, Rahil, we Indians are so used to 4.3/4.
Right. I think Mr. Raj. Yeah. So I mean, the changes are. I don't know if it's small. I don't know if it's small or if it's big actually, but the changes are good enough to take care of your requirement.
Right. It's all in your comfort, and it all depends on how much you want.
What you want.
Right.
What you want can be done. Like if you want the grip size to be a particular size, we will get it to that size. Period. Like the change could be small, the change could be big. That does not really matter.
Right. And that's what, Rahil, we are so used to 4.3/4 in India.
Yeah.
That
4.3/8. 4.3/8.
Sorry, 4.3/8. That the kid wants 4.1/4 or 4.1/2. So you are not, somebody's hand is big, somebody's hand is small. I think these customizations are going to make a lot of change with all these players. Amateur players, pro players. I think this is going to be really helping them.
Right.
Usually,
So I mean,
what
if
we
a
guys
player,
used to do, you take out the grip. We used to have leather grip or
the base grip.
The base grip.
Yeah. You remove
And
the
then
base
you
grip
add
and you just put two over grips.
2 over grips, right? So this is how it used to be.
That's what used to be done. But no, now we can do it professionally. Now we can make sure that the changes that are made are done keeping in mind the fact that you don't lose feel of the bevelment or the grooves of the racket, as you would call it. You don't lose the feel of that. That's one of the most important things. You want to feel the grooves of the racket. You want to feel the bevelment of the racket. So those things change the feel of the racket, which we don't let that happen. We let your racket feel the same by changing your grip size as per your requirement. So the idea is that we don't want to change your game. We just want to make you feel better with your game. That's it.
Better and comfortable holding the grip, ultimately.
Absolutely.
Because as you mentioned yesterday in the grip section, that grip is the most important, because that is where that's the most important thing while you're playing.
Yeah, I mean grip, because you're always touching the grip, right? The grip is the part of the racket that you're always in contact with.
Right.
All right, so it's very, very important that you're playing with the right grip size. If your grip size is off and you've had a long rally, there are very, very high chances that your arm is going to fatigue out faster than your opponent's arm, because your grip size is not the correct size, and there's a higher chance of you losing that long rally versus the opponent losing that rally or you winning that rally. And grip sizes are also important to be correct, because again, it prevents injuries, it elongates the longevity of your game, it helps players play with more confidence. They're not worried about the racket slipping out of their hand when they're serving. It has its own benefits, right? It does make you feel better when you're returning, because you don't want the racket to fly out of your hand when someone is serving at 180 or 200 kilometers at you. So those things are important, that the grip fits perfectly in your hand.
Right. That, again, just like
Yeah.
the last 2 days, I mean, a lot of information, a
Yeah.
lot of new stuff to learn. In fact,
Yeah.
unless you
Yeah.
go, because
Yeah.
most of us Indians, we don't travel outside, and we
Yeah.
don't see much of the stuff. And usually we travel to Asia most of the time, and even in Asia, not many. There's one more question, Rahil. We're getting into the last 4 minutes. Basically, I know a place. They literally do it from scratch. It costs around $200 from scratch, and all top 50 ranked players get their rackets, grips, ridges
Changed.
changed, including
Federer.
Federer from scratch. So
Right.
when you
right.
said it is 2,000 only,
So-
that's
so-
why I was curious to ask. So I was curious to ask when you said 2,000 rupees.
Right. No, so if you go to the company, all right, and if you are able to access their pro stock rackets, they will make the grip from scratch for you. But obviously, because we're not the company and because we don't have the technology what the company does, so what we are doing is we are adjusting your current grip to the grip size that you want. All right. Maybe the feel of a grip which is constructed from scratch might feel better, I'm sure, but maybe we don't have that understanding. Ashley didn't even know that if you can have a company just recreate the grip and not the entire racket. So if there is a company like that, I think that's pretty awesome, and hopefully one day we are able to bring that even down to India soon.
Right. That's a lot of information, Rahil, and congratulations on doing all this. It's something, not just the coaches, the players, and the facilities, but I think somebody like you getting in, Prince, Solinko, and now the racket customization play a major part in making players for tomorrow.
Right. So I'm saying that if there's any player who has more questions, please get in touch with me. All right, you can call me, you can message me on Facebook, you can message me on Instagram, you can ask me whatever questions you have. We can always solve this. Having these 1 hour sessions is definitely a great way to introduce these concepts to a lot of people. But if you want more detail, I know we're not able to cover all aspects in just this 1 hour, but if you want more detail, obviously we can talk about them on the phone or through messaging or whatever,
Right.
But thank you, Kiran, for making me do
Thank you,
this.
thank you so
Thank you
much.
for the viewers for coming in and asking all these questions. Thank you, Mr. Raj, for giving us a lot of insight regarding this concept of getting a grip made from scratch. I think that's pretty awesome. Please, I will get in touch with you to ask for the phone number and understand how these guys do it. And if we can bring this technology into India, we'll definitely try and bring this into India as well.
Right. I think we are getting into the last minute. Thank you so much, Rahil, for being here and all your time
Of
for
course.
the last 3 days. It was amazing.
Of course.
Everybody, we had a lot of viewers and a lot of questions, a lot of people asking about that, which you already know. And taking this
Yeah.
time, we had so many people who are good enough, but I think somebody telling all this is also important. Sharing knowledge.
No, I'm sure a lot of yeah.
so much.
No, I mean I love talking, man.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. I hope
All
all of you were happy enough for all these questions which Rahil could answer and give the knowledge. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
watching. See you all soon.
Thank you,
Just get in
guys.
touch with Rahil. He
Yeah.
is one-stop
Stay-
shop for everything.
Right. Thank you for everything, guys. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Please stay safe and please stay indoors. Yeah.
Right. Thanks, Rahil. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.